Welcome to Lisa Marvin Art. I'm sitting, if you haven't watched the last video, I have a herniated disc. However, I'm on week 2. This morning, oh, it's starting to hurt now, of course. This morning is the first morning I woke up without like excruciating, pounding, burning feelings. So, the last video, if you watched that one, I really pushed myself too hard and I hurt for a few days, so I haven't painted in a while. But I mentioned that there was a picture that I saw that actually got me out of bed originally, that I needed to somehow mix those colors and try something similar. And this is the first time I feel okay to even be able to mix paints. So today, for me today, I am just gonna mix the paints. Let me tell you what's going on. When I first started the bloom a few years, maybe 3 years ago now, like people still didn't really have proper recipes because, you know, it was close to the beginning and every country was so different and we tried so many crazy things. So my original recipe was actually Glidden Premium, which is a thinner paint, and this can here called Watercolour lacquer and tint. Now, most people in the States cannot get this. So the reason I stopped using it actually is because these Watercolour cans were very unreliable. Sometimes they were too thin and sometimes they were like a nice thick consistency. And this Glidden Premium is too thin. So do not use it if you're looking for regular blooms. But what I've been trying to get back to for me is, you know, I don't know if you know, but I really love flowy watercolor looking things. And you know, I don't want to say everyone loves cells. People love cells and they love the big bursting excitement, but I also feel like some people are tired of cells, and I'm kind of like back and forth, like, you know, there's nothing like watching cells pop up, it's magical, but I just really love minimal cells and flowy flowers. That's what I want to do. It's not everyone's favorite, but for me, I just love it. So I saw this picture. Why don't I put the picture up now and then I'll write the artist underneath. She's a watercolor artist. Most of her watercolors are very watercolory, which I'm not into, but this one in particular is kind of different than what she normally does. And for some reason, it just attracted me. So here is the picture. So let's discuss my ideas. First of all, I'll share the colors that I'm going to be using. And then I haven't opened this in a few, so I don't know if this one's thin or thick, but I've been trying to mix my paints thinner and I can never bring myself to do it. Today, I'm going ultra thin. Not like Dutch pour thin, but thinner than I normally do. So just a mention, do not mix your paints this thin if you want blooms with popping cell blooms. Thin paints do not give you popping cell blooms, okay? So let's discuss colors. I'm gonna do some golden quinacridone violet. We got a lot of Holbein today. We have a Holbein mauve, Holbein cypress green, a really nice like turquoisey green color, but you can't really see. And imidazzolone orange, all right? Now for piggies, we're gonna go mango, lagoon. I have 2 interference, which you can't see, sequins and glisten. So sequins is like a red gold, glisten's like a bluey green. And then we have violet rain. So my idea is, so I also can't blow out blooms. So I'm gonna have to use my hairdryer. So I'm gonna do some sort of background, like swipe and then blow, I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to have to spin it too much. That's why I'm going thin. However, I bought a can of Glidden Premium. I'll show it to you in a second. But my surprise when I opened it up, it's not as thin as it used to be. And it actually is pretty, not really thick, but it doesn't look like horrible. Why don't I point the camera down for you so you can see what I mean. Which I think is kind of funny because I really did want something thin. And that's the point, you know, paint companies these days, who knows what they're really doing. There's no oops, rhyme or reason. Here we go. So you can see already, like, when I do this, 1, 2, like this is like what my pouring medium might be in general. And from my memory, anyways, it used to be thinner. So, but anyways, so that is the Glidden Premium. Let's see how our Watco is. So, let's see. All right, that, you know what? That's a pretty nice consistency too. It is, you can see it drizzles. So when you have the Behr 8300, I wanted to show you the difference. Here's my regular pouring medium, okay? And if you guys have used it before, you know what's about to happen when I do this. Yeah, it like loops right in there, right? So it's not, it doesn't drizzle. There's no drizzle ability. So that's why we add a lot of josonja to this. I will add josonja to this to make it thin, but it's definitely like a nice consistency. Okay, why don't we just get to work, right? While we're here. I'm not gonna mix all of these with you because that would be boring, but let's do the same thing. So I don't know, what am I looking for? Okay, why don't we start with Violet Rain? So you can see it's a pretty dark color. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna put less than I normally would for Behr 8300, but I am starting with my josonja gloss to disperse the pigments, okay? Going to get a nice thing of Violet Rain. This much. I like to put enough so, you know, the color doesn't, if I go big, the color doesn't break apart too much. Okay, this is gonna be, so I have about, I would say 1 ounce, okay, of my josonja. Now I am gonna fill this cup up because this is like pretty, it's like a good consistency. It's not too thin, let's see. But I also have to remember, oh, I have another can. I was gonna say don't use too much. Okay, let's see, how are we doing? So I'm just gonna mix, mix, mix. It's still actually like a pretty decent, I mean, for me, my paints normally, this is thinner than I normally use, of course. 1, 2, not horribly, but definitely thinner. But now I'm worried, like I don't wanna make it too thin and just like, this is pretty thin. It really sinks. Like it sinks after 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna leave it this thin, okay? Let's keep going and then we'll like play around with it a bit. I see how I'm like so resistant. Yeah, it sinks after 1 second. Okay, let's keep going. Why don't I show you a tube? I'm gonna have to add more josonja to a tube because tubes thicken up the pouring medium, whereas the pigments don't. So let's see. I'm just guesstimating for now. Here's the mauve. So remember, like this is for having, I'll put a little bit more. This is for having fun. Do not do it this way if you're planning to do a traditional blue, please. Okay, I just want to keep saying that because already everyone that I help, their paints are already always too thin. That's the #1 thing that I see. So I don't want to perpetuate the problem. I might have to put more mauve in to make the color nice, but we're getting there. Okay, 1. Yeah, see, this is like, you know what? This is like what I have my cell activator look like, if that helps. So, you know, I like a little bite to my cell activator. So this is like cell activator consistency. So pretty thin. So that's gonna be my judge. I'm gonna make cell activator looking stuff. I guess I'll keep that color. Okay, so we're doing well, right? Let's go faster here. We have 4 piggies. So normally when I mix it up, let's start with the piggies. I have 4 piggies. Okay. And then I just go bloop, 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 bloop. We'll do a little more, right? Anyways, maybe I should speed this up for you guys. I don't know. Okay, here's mango, bloop, bloop. So I think after this, I'm gonna let these sit. I'm gonna rest up, and then tomorrow I will actually do my plan, you know? Hopefully it will work. I don't know, like I'm wondering if the pillow is not as thin as I'd like. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I wish we could do with blooms. Like I love how in Dutch pours, you can shape the paint however you want it and leave it. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about tilting paint off or anything like that. Lagoon, lagoon. Okay, this is fun. Yeah, maybe I should fast forward this for you guys. Okay. And then the 2 interference colors. We have Glidden. These colors are really fun. You know what? They're not my usual jam actually. And that's what I love about being inspired by other people's art, because it really brings out new ideas and new colors that I wouldn't ever think of putting together, like really bright spring colors, you know? Okay. And sequins. I guess you're stuck with me now. We're almost done. Oh, it's a new sequin. Okay. You start to see like measurements, like when you get comfortable, don't matter as much as knowing what your eyes are looking for. You know? Sequins. Oh, you can't even see, but you'll see soon. Oh, I gotta lean back. So yesterday, I finally got a CT scan. So I have to wait. Hold on. Bloop. Yeah, we're gonna make it. Oops, I thought I spelled. Bloop. Bloop. And a bloop. Okay. So I still have to wait a week, but I was so relieved to finally feel better. Like they say, these things, you can't do much. So I've been doing osteo and acupuncture, whatever, but they're like your butt, you just got to get through it, you know, which is so crazy. Such a pretty color. Yep. So look, I did good. Stays up for like 1 second and sinks. Okay. And here we have Lagoon. I'm gonna put this down, it hurts my arm. It's been really frustrating because I have so much that I want to do. Like I can't even resin yet, but I'm hoping, you know, in like 2 weeks or something. And I even have one more idea for another video. So same, one and sinks. Look at these fun colors all together. It's making me really excited. How am I supposed to wait until tomorrow? You know? I will do a color swatch so we can kind of see. Oh, you know what else I'm going to use? I just got TriArt Painted Gray, which is supposed to be, people are loving the TriArt for Cell Activator. You can get it at Floetrol company. So maybe I'll mix some of that up. I got it in white too. I'll probably use white Cell Activator, right? Even though we're using minimal, but still. Okay, so now I just have 3 more tubies to mix. And then I will do a close up. Okay, not a close up, a swatchy. All right, so here we go. And I might as well just pour this in. It doesn't matter what you pour in. This is just what I'm used to doing. So that's what I do. Now the bad thing about this pouring medium, by the way, it's expensive. And I'm like, I only have a quarter left. So it doesn't mix up much. So again, I'm not saying this is like, you have to go buy this. It's more for the consistency because it's thinner. But I'm sure there's other thin things. I just can't tell you what they are. I need a couple more mixing sticks here. So we're gonna do the cypress green. Okay. Then I'm gonna do this orange, which I hardly ever use, but look at these fun colors, right? It's pretty fun. All right, here we go. You can see though, it takes so long to mix up paints compared to actually painting, right? So let's see, this might be see, oh, it's a little too thick. It's got a little too much goopy body, which normally is good, but it's just a little, so we're just gonna put a little dash more, you know? Okay, more runny, more acceptable. All right, do I have 2 more mixing sticks? I'll use this dirty one and I'll find another one. It's not dirty, it's more sparkly, which is fine, right? I'll use it for this orange. Oh, maybe you guys can help me. So I have a couple collabs coming up, but one collab that's coming up is a Wizard of Oz inspired collab. Okay, this is also a little too thick. Normally I would use this for a regular blue. So for me, there's only 2 memories that come up. Obviously ruby red, you know, for the shoes, but also the witch's horrible green skin color, which I obviously am not doing. So I guess I'll do a ruby red, but if you have any fun ideas, let me know so I can steal them and hopefully do it in the next couple of weeks. Okay, I'm gonna use one of these sticks just for this. What was this? Oh, the cypress green. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do? Do I even have anything to do a test on? Like, these are pretty fun colors, wouldn't you say? This might be too thick too. Yeah, see? Very, like, I matched up. I did a pretty good job matching, you know? Like, look what I did. Like, look at that. Look at that, right? Yeah, it looks quite nice over here. Okay, so let me get a little, do I have a disc over here? Yeah, okay, perfect. So we'll do a little drip test. Then I'm gonna go relax. And then tomorrow, so I'm gonna put the sequins over here so you can see it better, okay? But you can't see it yet, but you will. What did I do? And again, this isn't gonna show you exactly because, you know, when they schmooze all together, it will look different. But I'll just do sparkles like this. But you'll get like some sort of idea of what we're looking at, you know? And I'll show you in the warm light too, so you can see the sparklies. This is actually, let me go, pretty fun. Okay, here. All right, I'm gonna bring this into the light. It's really pretty. And I'm gonna come back for my tomorrow, but you just stick around to see what we're gonna do. Be right back. Okay, I have my 14 incher. I should put on my what's this called? This is called an apron. Okay, so I have my paints ready to go. In theory, this should work, but you never know. So what I'd like to do first is, because I don't want to have to spin too much, like it's going to be more like a Dutch pour-esque, but not really because the paints are still thicker. But, okay, so I put my Glidden Premium in this cup here. Okay, so let's start with this. And I'm just going to, I want to say, this pouring medium is pink. Don't be alarmed. Hold on, I see a bloop. Don't be alarmed if you open the can and it's pink. It will dry clear. I saw a bloop. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So yeah, okay, back to this. Okay, so technically this is a lot of paint and should be enough. Although, so this is where the balance is, because you want enough paint that will blow out, but you don't want too much paint left on. Okay. I don't know, we'll see. All right. This is my second spinner, like my old spinner. I still haven't gotten my original spinner that hurt my back yet. I guess I'm punishing it, leaving it in my car. Okay. I don't know, guys. Okay, we'll see what happens. So my idea is I have these swipers, okay? And, should I get a bigger one? Let's see. This is a really big one. Should we do it? Why not? Okay, so I have this really long one, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some sparklies down here and make a background, okay? Now I haven't planned what I'm doing, so we're just gonna go with the flow. So the sparklies I'm gonna use are all of the piggies that are interference. So we have Lagoon, Mango, and Violet Rain. What don't I do? So I want to put enough, right? And I want it to look watercolory, you know, like kind of hand painted in a way. If we can, I don't know. So I'm not putting Cell Activator on this. I don't, excuse me, I don't know if this is gonna look nice, but we'll see, right? So thin. I'm so not used to it so thin. Okay, I think I have to stand up for this one. Now, should I bring it all? Okay, I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna start in the middle. Going carefully. Okay, I'll just go all the way. All right, we've got a watercolory effect. Now I'm gonna switch to a smaller one. I just wanna wipe this down. Where's my paper towel? Okay, no paper towel today. I'm gonna get, so I don't mind what's happening here, really cool. It does look very watercolory already. So what do I take? Do I want the whole thing covered? And obviously, I guess I'll have to do the bottom. Okay, so what don't I do? It's actually pretty, if you ask me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it looks good. Okay. Nice. Wait, let me clean this properly. Oopsie. When you're doing this, make sure you have all your tools, like paper towels. Okay. Really pretty. Okay. Step one. And I guess, why don't I just do a little of this part? I'm really trying to find clean spots to wipe this. I'm trying not to get my clothes dirty today because I'm not 100% wearing my full paint clothes. But, okay. I'm gonna do one more swipe. Then we're gonna think of the blooms. Now, I would really love to mouth blow. I just don't know if I could because of my back. But why don't we try, okay, what am I looking at? So this is what I'm looking at so far, okay? Okay, so what don't I do? I'm gonna do one bloom if I'm using the hairdryer because it's like a pretty big nozzle, okay? All right, now, okay, let's just do a blue. So because we already have like a piggy layer at the bottom, I will start with a tube. Why don't I start with the Imidazzlone, maybe that's how you say it, orange. And I'm not gonna do a circle per se. Because I'm using the attachment, I'll do more of a line and see what happens. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just going for it. If all else fails, I will trash it and figure something else out. Okay, and I want enough color so I don't blow up too much pillow. Okay, so here's the orange. Is that enough? So right now I'm looking at my nozzle. Okay, yeah. Maybe I'll put a bit more. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm in like uncharted territories here. Okay, and why don't I just like layer this mango on top? Okay. And so hold on, let's discuss something because I'm using, oh, by the way, sorry, I didn't mention, I've thinned out my cell activator thinner than normal because I didn't want it to be thicker than my paints, just FYI. Okay. Don't be alarmed. Okay, so next I'm gonna go with the Cypress green. At this point, maybe I'll leave the lagoon where it is, but I'll top it with the shimmer. Okay. Then I will go a bit of this. What is this? Oh, this was the Holbein purple. Okay, and I'll top that with the sequins, yep. And then I'll top that, I see a bloop, with the magenta, hold on. Not magenta, I believe it's the violet. Hold on, I just had a dry paint thing. Okay, I don't know guys, whatever. At least we're having fun, right? Okay, here's a bit of that. Okay, now I'm gonna put my cell activator and then I'm going to blow, okay? Let me just move my stuff out of the way to be prepared. I don't know. I really like the background idea. I'm just not sure of what's gonna happen. Okay, just a little bit because remember we're not really looking for cells. Okay. Okay, I'm making a shape, don't be alarmed. Okay, this is like the top of the flower, okay? Okay, okay. I don't hate it just yet. Okay. 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 Now I'm going to take perhaps a popsicle stick and we'll start, oh, maybe I'll get a clean one. We'll start shaping it. Okay. Now, I suppose having a green and making some sort of stem would make sense, right? Which we can do if I have green somewhere. Okay. I'm wondering if I should have done a full colored background. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna spin. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Moving my paints out of the way. Should move my chair out of the way. Okay, you don't want to come off there. All right. Oops. I like it, perhaps with a plainer background. You know, not sure yet. Definitely like the vibe I was going for. I'm not sure if I like the stretched out Violet Rain as much. Maybe it's a little too dark. I don't know. We'll look at it in the light. The sparkle's nice, of course. I like the idea. Okay. I'm not saying no yet. I'm just not sure. I guess because it's different. I mean, it worked better than I thought, at least. It's very pretty. I'm just not sure about the dark purple, but I don't know, it's kind of nice. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna do a close-up. I have a square here. We're gonna do another one. Maybe I'll do not a, like I like the, maybe I'll just do the lagoon background. You know? Anyways, you'll tell me what you think, and then I'll let it sit for a little bit, and then we will decide. Okay, guys, I don't want to be annoying. It's not a good way to start a video. Okay, I painted. Okay, I'm in bed with the heating pad because I kind of overdid it, but I've done 3 or 4 more pieces. Okay, the video turned out to be a full hour, which is unacceptable for a lot of people because that's way too long. So I am going to put it into 2 parts. That's why I'm not trying to be annoying, okay? But it's going to be a 2-parter. So this one today I'm posting on Thursday if you're watching it live. I'm going to edit it and then post the next one on Saturday. The reason I'm telling you this is because I love the one I just did, but I do some really cool things on the next one. So the next one, I think I do my favorite one that I like, but also I dabble into something that I've been trying to do for a long time, which is painting while the fluid art is still wet. So instead of embellishing when it's dry on top of it, embellishing when it's still wet to form something. Anyways, I'm going to give you a little snippet of my favorite piece and a little snippet of the embellishing. So turn on your subscriptions or bells or whatever, because I want you to come back Saturday because it's fun. And let me know if you would rather an hour long. Who wants an hour long video? I don't know. Okay, here are the little snippets, and then I'm going to see you again on Saturday. Bye.